Hi guys, as the Chancellor Rachel Reeves was delivering her speech to Labour members at the conference on Monday, a trade union representing nurses released a statement that a majority of its members had voted to reject a pay offer. Now this was bad news for the government, who had been hoping to avoid as many strikes as possible in such a short period of time. Now, it seems journalists, or whatever they call themselves on GB News, don't seem to understand the role of trade unions. They seem to think that because some of them donate to the Labour Party, they need to do the bidding of the government. Here Clare Muldoon says unions are too strong and the government needs to deal with that.
Well, they present in a very, very strong position. It's more like the government of Harold Wilson than Tony Blair, isn't it, at the moment? And Mick Lynch, of course he's going to say that, isn't he? It's almost as if he's manifesting now too. Next he'll be having an oat milk latte. But there's good things in this as well. I mean, I like the abolition of zero-hour contracts. I think they do no good at all to families. They do no good to society. You cannot build a family on a zero-hour contract. You cannot build society on a zero-hour contract. Fine for the students, not for parents, okay, especially. But they do have claws of steel into the government. I mean, yesterday as well, the optic for Rachel Reeves, you know, the first female Chancellor of the Exchequer. I mean, has she not known what politics has been like before? They've had very powerful women in politics. But then she also said that we're going to crack down on this and we're going to do that. And I just think, really, I don't know what you think you can do. And then the nurses then, just after that speech, they've rejected the 5.5%. So I really think the optic is not good. I think the unions are too powerful. They're going to gain more power because it is a weak government.
You don't understand the role of trade unions. Trade unions are not there to prop up the Labour government. They're there to represent their members. They're there to fight on their members' behalf. So if they see an opportunity to get one over the government, that's what they'll do. Like, we can like this or we can dislike this, but that's irrelevant. They're there to represent their members. Now, some trade unions, like the RMT, are not affiliated with the Labour Party. So, once again, whenever they talk about Mick Lynch being in bed with Labour or the Labour government, it's absolute rubbish. They're there to represent their members, to fight on their behalf. If they see an opportunity, of course they're going to grab it. If they see a chance that they can get a better deal for their members, they're going to do that. That's their job. So I think in the media there is this feeling that because certain trade unions donate to the Labour Party or have a role within the Labour Party, that they're going to protect the Labour Party or the Labour government as it is now from strikes or something like that. No, they won't, and they shouldn't. Their primary objective is to improve standards, to improve conditions for workers, and in the case of pay, to increase the pay for workers. Why is this so difficult to understand? Because perhaps it's a problem on the right. They think, well, the trade unions are left-wing, the government is left-wing, the Labour Party is left-wing, they're all in it together and they're going to help each other out. In some cases that is the case, but generally, when we're talking about trade unions, their primary goal is to support their members, the workers. Because if they don't, then what is the point of a trade union? So they saw an opportunity. I don't know if this is actually true, I'm just speculating, but most people are speculating the same thing. The union representing nurses saw an opportunity. The Chancellor is delivering her speech, or Labour is having their conference at the moment. Here's an opportunity to put extra pressure on the government to give us a better pay deal. Now, if they didn't do that, then there would be a pretty poor union. So they have to choose their battles correctly, but they have to use whatever leverage they have to improve the conditions for their workers, for their members. This is not news. This is not something strange. This is how trade unions operate. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.